So I don't know. This is a new phone and I can't use it. And oh, I am on YouTube. The first one, I believe, the channel. I guess you can check the channel, but it's Peggy Ann Childers, and then one under Peggy Childers because I've had my YouTube and my phone hacked a couple of times, and it's been a long stretch since I've been able to video. So I'm trying to get it straightened out. It's very hard to do. Anyway, I have not gotten my regular channel back yet so I can video. And I'm going to turn this around and see if it's even going up because I do have followers. Now, I don't know. I assume this is not filming me. So, that's inhaler, okay? Because I have trouble breathing. So, anyway, I'm going to see what happens here if this goes up. And to remind you, is that the camera? I don't even know. Looks like it's just filming that. But here I am for you all, the people that do remember me and subscribe to my channel. I'm really Victoria II, the real heir to the British crown. Elizabeth and her father were illegal, so thus all of them that follow Elizabeth are illegal also. That includes cute little Diana, who was a part of the whole thing. She knew about my kidnapping in 41, the takedown of my father, Edward VIII, and my father never abdicated. I've put this up. Doubles were used, and President Roosevelt was the president that ordered it, and he made Joe Kennedy ambassador to England in 1936, the same year my father became king. My father never left, and a double was used, and then my father, that was in 36, how ironic. My father, the imposter abdicated, and my father was out. And he did marry my mom, Claudia Ruth O'Keefe, and she's from Madison, Wisconsin, and George O'Keefe, the artist, is my aunt. So my father and mother were married. You never heard anything about it. Sir Winston Churchill, the hero, was nothing but a cold-blooded killer, a Freemason, the Illuminati. Had my father, well, he still was the legal king. He never abdicated. Double married Wallace Simpson. That wasn't my father. So my father is buried where? The real Edward VIII. He was married to my mom. She had a home out in Bel Air, I believe, or Beverly Hills. Yeah, she had a nice home. Can you imagine your child being kidnapped and the life I should have lived was stolen from me? Instead, Joe Kennedy was ambassador. Roosevelt put him there for the reason of taking down my father. So now then, I don't know where my father, I was told in 86 by an English lady who did know that my father was old. He was 45 when I was born, and I don't know if this is going up or not, but he was still alive back in 86. My father opposed the treaties that were signed that let the United States place their military bases all over the UK, and thus later, because they took down my father, he wouldn't go along with them to take orders, and they took him down, even though he's still the legit king, and I'm his daughter, and I'm Victoria II. I'm the legitimate monarch, and then my sons would be. But my life has been hell. It's been wrecked. No law applies to me. I lived in Atlanta, Georgia, and this may not be going up. And I had all kinds of things happen to me. JFK Kennedy, John Kennedy, was son to Joe when he was ambassador, and he helped in my kidnapping. So did my uncle, who became the illegal king. Okay, and thus Elizabeth II illegal. Anyway, they all got in on my kidnapping, and they brought me to Moulton, Alabama. I've described it as a pigsty. There were twins, Peggy and Carl, born to Lina Dempsey, and she killed the boy. And then later, when in 1941, when they kidnapped me, they had the Dempseys feed the real Peggy, and this is true, to the pigs. There's no account of her, no bones. Everybody knows this, and I'm going to stop here and see if this is going up even, because my phones are really a mess, and quite frankly, I'm so tired. I don't know where my sons are. I don't know what they've done to them. They're heirs after me. So, I don't know. I think I'm just going to have to stop. I'm so tired. I have been fighting to get my phones back, and hoping that I don't lose my accounts on Google. And anyway, the Kennedys brought me over, and that's where I grew up in Moulton, on a place where they sexually assaulted almost the minute I got there. And recently, this person he's a cousin to the real Peggy. And he contacted me a few years ago, and he had somebody on the line. Well, I know who he had after he told me. He's a reporter and a host, TV host back there in Huntsville, Alabama. So I started putting my videos up, and they were getting around the truth, and people a bit interested in them. He called me on the phone, and he was having it recorded. I was 2 years old when they kidnapped me and brought me to this hellhole, and they brought a portrait of my father holding me at my christening. And I remember the two people that brought me and gave me to them. I guess they were FBI agents that, I don't know. There were two men that delivered me there. And the portrait stayed there for a while, and suddenly it disappeared. But I guess I'm tired right at the moment. I really am. My life's been a living hell. But anyway, George, back to him. I was 2 years old, kidnapped him, put there, and horrible things done to me, but almost the day I was put there, and it was in the spring of 41. The blossoms were out on the trees when they handed me to this evil woman who killed her twins. And anyway, almost that same day, and this is what George said on the phone, how do they get coming off that a 2-year-old child that's been kidnapped and traumatized enjoy having someone rape them? You tell me. What sicko would think that? So anyway, he was asking, did I remember that? Well, I lied. I said, no, I didn't remember it, and of course I have. And it makes me feel sick what happened to me. And can you believe it, later when I started that family down there, they did horrible things to me. They really did. Lina Dempsey, before she died, she's been dead a few years ago. She never paid for her crimes. She was drawing disability and working companion aid. Senator John Sparkman, the money for ransom was funneled through him, number one. You got all your people up there in the State Department, okay, that handle my kidnapping, and the money sent to Huntsville, Alabama, for NASA. Meant Werner von Braun was part of the deal. He was a decent man. But to keep me alive, Germans came over, scientists. The Brits got them to come over. The British, as far as I can tell, kept me alive, and the Germans and a few Americans. So anyway, where am I going with this? I'm going to stop right now because I don't know if it's going up. It's probably not going to my channel because I don't know. Maybe I'll have to start another video channel. But for those people that followed me, and I had one on there a couple of days ago, really nice lady, wondering if I was coming back. Well, I'm trying to, and I appreciate her texting me, okay? And the people that are still there that subscribe to my channels. I had a Peggy Childers first one, and it was 50. I believe it was 51, the channel, and number 2 is 51. But anyway, I had to, because the first one was hacked. The second, the phone was hacked, so the second has been hacked, my phone, giving me, I haven't been able to do anything hardly for over a year. By the way, they were doing my DNA back then, so everybody wanted it shut down. I'm going to see if this is going up.